Going to continue working on the floorboards today, make a little more progress. We'll see where I am at the end of the day. Really anxious to get this done. Alrighty, got the passenger side floor done. It's kind of a patchwork, like a quilt, but it's solid and it's watertight and it doesn't flex. So this side's done. Next will be driver's side. Start with the rocker over there like I did here and build my way out. But it'll be solid and it'll be good to go. I'll be able to mount a seat in there, and main thing is I wanted it solid, so I don't think I have too much to worry about as far as moisture or anything entering. I seam sealed it and it should be okay. So there you go. Okay, update on what I've been doing. Got the floor in there. Just testing these seats. I'll take the headrest out because I don't think I want a headrest. I want the top of the seat to come level with the window. So, but I do want to put in the center console. So these will be the seats that will be going in. Clean them up a little bit. I think they're out of a Subaru or a Honda or something. I've got the front body panels on just to get them out of the way. Really, I'm running out of space in here. I've got a viewer that really wants me to continue working on this, and I will be, but I'm jumping in between projects as I go because I've got other things happening. I've got to move this into the other shop over there, back to the other shop over there, because I've got a friend's pickup coming in. He got it from father that's passed away and he wants to get it running again. So I'm going to clear this area out so we can move it in here. I think it needs a starter and a few other things. We'll just go through it. It's a late 40s, early 50s Chevy pickup, I believe. The mild custom. I've been working on the wiring in the DeSoto, which I absolutely hate. It's one of my worst things I don't like doing. But I do like keeping it simple. So I make my own loom out of an existing loom, and I like using the little glass panel or the glass fuses. I'll have one for constant hot and one for ignition hot to keep it simple, and I'll mount those. Got to find a place to mount them, someplace easy access. I don't like when they're stuck underneath the dash and it's hard to get to, but who knows, I'm not sure where I'll put them yet. So that's what I've been working on. I've got everything as far as the headlights and the taillights moving or working, but one blinker situation. Left turn blinks both lights, but I believe it's just a grounding problem, so I'll take care of that. This is the old 58 seat from the Ranchero, and it's a split bench, which is what I really need in here. So this will be going in here, and then I'll figure out something for the back seat. I've got to finish the floor in this. I really want to get this going. You know, it was supposed to be going this summer, and that didn't happen. Too many things got in the way. So I'd really like to make some progress on this before jumping back on the Ranchero, but I don't know, we'll see. When I do move the Ranchero back over here, I do want to set the motor in it and maybe work out some, hang on, get the radio off so I don't get in trouble. I would like to set this in there, set up the mounts and everything, and maybe even wire it in so I can fire it off and see how she runs. I think it's got an oil leak, but it might be either from the pan or from the drain plug itself, so we'll check that out. I know it runs well. I know the transmission's in good shape. It's out of a Maverick, and it's a 250 inline. Strong runner, and it'll be fine for now until eventually I get caught up with my projects and I can start looking around for a 289 or 302 and maybe drop that in the Ranchero instead, because the Ranchero I want to use for maybe hauling a little trailer around, and also I want, you know, as I've said before, I want to put a little vintage Honda in the back, maybe a 350. So I can go up in the back roads and have some fun. I gotta start looking for one of those too. So anyway, yeah, to the guy that wants me to finish my 58, I'm working on it, but I have very little time, and I've got, well, I'll have 3 projects that I'm working on, so you just be patient. I'll get there. I'll be flipping back and forth, but I do want to make more progress on the DeSoto because I'm getting to the point where, you know, I got to get that going. It's running, and, you know, I'd like to finish it up. So anyway, that's where I am right now. This Saturday, October 1st, and got a guy coming over to cut down a pine tree. About a 30-footer, I think, ish. That one right there. Well, can't see it. In our backyard, it's going to come down. All it's good for is dropping pine cones. It's an ugly tree, so we'll cut that down today. Man, they want a lot of money for that stuff. Anywho, yeah, I really want to get this going. But to the guy that wants me to finish my 58, I will be. Just, you got to be patient. Believe me, I've had to practice patience on these things too, because I thought this would be done by now. And I thought I'd be further along on the 58, but that's life. You know, things get in the way. Anyway, that's where I am right now. Stay tuned for more updates. Thanks. Dang, I hope it goes the right way. Neighbor's gonna be awful angry. There she goes. Moved the DeSoto outside. Proof that it does run and move, but it's got a miss. So I've got to put some wires, plugs, just give a little tune-up. Still have a ton of stuff to do to it, but at least I can move it around. Got a lot of body work I got to do yet. The hood's fitting on there funky. As you're looking at it, the left side's hanging lower than the right side, so I got to fix that. And just a ton of stuff to do, but you know, progress. You know, I was thinking of another avenue for this ragtag DeSoto here. I'm wondering what that would look like as a 4-wheel drive, kind of jacked up on like a Ford F-150 frame, or even a 3/4 ton. Is an F-150 a 3/4 ton? No, 250. Anyway, we were watching an episode of Rust Brothers, and somebody had a 47 Ford with 4-wheel drive underneath it, and it was cool. And both my wife and I really liked it. How cool would it be to drive during the winter in a classic, not have to worry about it. Oh yeah, progress on the tailgate. Very slow. I decided to go through here and just kind of semi-smooth all this stuff out, so I'm grinding it down, putting a little Bondo or fiberglass where it needs it. It's not going to be super smooth. I just want it to look a little better than it does right now. So I'm continuing to work on this too, but what a pain in the keister. Anyway, it is what it is, and I'll show you this after it's done. Okay, so there's my motor mount. There's the original mount. My pan, I think it'll work. I'm just going to bring it up a little bit. I think I can adjust my cross member back there to fit the tail end of the transmission. I'm not going to put, I don't think I'll have room for a fan. I don't know, I'll have to see. I might put an electronic fan on this because I don't have that much clearance. I actually thought it would fit. Well, I'm sure if I had a shovel or pan, it would be fine, but that's going to have to work. So, some tweaking, but I think she'll fit in there just fine. It'll fit maybe a little more forward than it should, but I think it's going to work just fine. I'll look from the front. Got my shift linkage down there. That's something I have to be mindful of. I don't know, I might have to drop the cross member a little bit, bring the transmission down a little. We'll see. That's looking like it's sitting back a little too far. I'd like to bring it back. But, well, if I bring it up, then there won't be a clearance issue with the pan. It's kind of sitting where it has to sit. So I'll just bring it up a little bit and I think it'll be fine. Yep. Okay, there's another shot of it sitting in there. Pull the stuff off. I think it'll probably come in a little bit there. Gonna have to do some tweaking, like I said, on the transmission cross member. It may directly bolt in though, and then I'll have to figure out some motor mounts. Not a big deal, but that's how she'll sit. I'll have to put in the radiator support, core support, and see where that all falls. Might not have room for the fan. I'll put an electric fan on if I have to. We'll see. Not bad though. I'm happy with that. Looks good. First 6-banger.